Here with my very first Lucifer Season 5 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am every watching or watching Lucifer, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you found out that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for all of you out there that are wondering, this is indeed my first time watching the show Lucifer. So join me on the journey and let's talk about the episode in the comments section, along with the man, the myth, the legend, the Lucifer fanatic himself, Crazy Coffee Man, so we can discuss this show. With all that in mind, this will be Lucifer Season 5, Episode 1, the Season 5 premiere. The title of this episode is called Really Sad Devil Guy. And this will be my review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. We start off with Lee, who we've seen a few times over the last few seasons. He seems very happy on a boat. Seems like he's surrounded by nothing but women. I might be wrong on that. And he's going to slip into something more comfortable. Hello. Lucifer heard he was here and wanted to pay him a visit. Lee says for once things are really going well for him. Lucifer tells Lee someone is going to walk through the door and kill him. And it's happened over 200 times already. It will happen again. Someone does indeed come in and shoots Lee in the chest. His last words were, "What the hell?" Ella and Chloe are on the scene. Ella says she's a career criminal. Let me rephrase that. Ella says that he's a career criminal, and Maze is also on the scene. So Maze is Chloe's new Lucifer. Ella says at least Chloe got to say goodbye, while she was ghosted completely. As we remember at the end of last season, Lucifer decided to leave and go to hell. And, Eve said she didn't know what she wanted to do next, but left. Now, I looked ahead. I see that Eve returns eventually, but I'm not happy that she was not in the start of this season. Anyway, Chloe has told Ella that Lucifer Morningstar moved to Florida. And Ella says as far as she's concerned, Lucifer can go to hell. How ironic. She says she misses that crazy dude. Chloe tells Maze, I believe that we have other work to do. And then Maze and Chloe are dancing at the club. They're asked to dance, we're good, as Amenadiel watches. So Amenadiel has taken over Lux and has essentially, does what Lucifer did at Lux. And Chloe says it's too much fun, and Amenadiel says he is starting to see why Lucifer spends so much time here at Lux. Excuse me, ladies. Amenadiel witnesses what he thinks is a drug deal, and tells the guy that Lux is under new rules, and no one will sell without him getting a piece of the action. Lucifer, which obviously he's in hell with Lee, and tells him that he's in his very own hell loop. Lee doesn't understand. Lee wonders why he's there. Lucifer tells him to enjoy his eternity of suffering. Lucifer tells Lee he's going to do something he hasn't done in ages. He's going to solve his murder. So time on hell apparently is a lot longer than time on earth. So for Chloe, Ella, and Maze and company, Douche, and everybody else, it's been like a couple months. For Lucifer, it's been thousands of years that he's been back in hell. Being the Lord of Hell, though, does have its perks. We're going to find your killer with good old-fashioned detective work. Step 1, who wanted you dead? Chloe is speaking with Lee's sister. Chloe is wearing sunglasses as she had way too much fun at Lux last night, or maybe it's just light sensitivity is what she says. Chloe asks if she has any ideas who'd want to cut her brother's hand off. She hasn't seen him in a while, she tells Chloe. Maze has a lead. Word on the street is that that Lee got whacked by a guy named Dirty Doug, is what Maze's lead says. Maze is called Angry Bird. Maze and Chloe want to go to the poker game that he is in charge of, and Maze says that she'll get them in. Linda has Ella come over to teach Charlie science lessons. Well, not yet, but she wants him, or wants her, to teach her son science lessons because he's special. And she tells Ella that Charlie is special. And then Linda asks Ella if she's thought about having any kids. And Ella says this chica has terrible taste in men and has nobody at the moment. Linda gets Ella to agree to do the science lessons for Charlie. Maybe she can also have a guy by the name of Dexter Morgan give Charlie some really good forensic science lessons, because that's when Charlie's going to learn from the best. That's where Ella learned when she used to go by the name of Jamie Batista, just to let everybody know. These shows do have some potential parallels that they're in the same universe. They're not, obviously, but they have lots of same characters. And there's another character named Ray Speltzer that shows up in Lucifer. I looked ahead. What can I say on some things? So Amenadiel comes to the station. He learns that Dan's really going hard on this self-improvement thing. Hopefully, Maze starts calling Dan a douche until Lucifer returns. Amenadiel tells Dan he needs to help the world be a safer place. Maze tells Chloe she's gotten them into Dirty Doug's poker game. Lee points out Dirty Doug to Lucifer. So simultaneously, you have stuff going on Earth and you have stuff going on in hell. Chloe says Maze's dress makes her look even more sluttier. This Lucifer and Lee stuff must be in hell, I put down, which I knew right away, actually, kind of. And then we see that Chloe Decker is cleaning house playing Texas Hold'em. Well, she was. I used to play Texas Hold'em quite a bit on a daily basis. I won some. I lost some. I would say money-wise, I'm definitely in the positive. So there's that. So Dove gives Lee a gold coin as a marker. And Lucifer tells Lee he's useless, like he's not helping him with what he's trying to do. While Chloe and Maze are talking with Dirty Doug, it looks like we got a runner, and he ends up getting hit by a car and getting killed. Now, Maze asks Ella if she'd want to climb that tree, referring to Dirty Doug. And Ella's like, well, no. She tries to play it off. And Maze knows she likes the bad guys, or the bad boys, essentially. The new victim has arrived in hell. So the guy that just died is already in hell. And then Lucifer sends a demon to take over his body to give Detective Chloe Decker a message. And then Lee asks Lucifer about the detective. Who is she? And Lucifer says, someone really important. What's her name? And then Lucifer says, clever, manipulative bastard. Dan is dropping Trixie off at Linda's. She finally gets to see Charlie, as apparently she hadn't seen Charlie yet. Maybe it's because Trixie just kind of disappeared. I mean, in season 4 of Lucifer, I think we saw Trixie maybe in 1 or 2 scenes. So it's good to see her already. Hopefully we get to see more of Trixie. And Dan says the best part of life while being a parent is slowing down life and enjoying it. Charlie laughs for Trixie. That's the first time he's laughed. Linda's very happy about that. Chloe's lead told her it's safe where you stored it. So Lee's been making credit card purchases to a storage unit. And Maze and Chloe go to the storage unit, and it's actually open. Lee's sister was there, and she had a gun in her hand, and Maze takes down Lee's sister. Amenadiel talks to Kyle, the kid that was selling drugs, about selling drugs in Lux, and Amenadiel wants 20% off of everything he sells. Amenadiel wants to see it, wants to make sure it's top shelf, and then Dan comes as Amenadiel was trying to set this kid up, but there's no more. Kyle said they were just from his mom, as she recently just had back surgery. And then Dan tells Amenadiel if he wants to keep Charlie safe, just be there for him. Lucifer has taken Lee to Lee's parents' house, and Lee's sister was going to try and get into the safe that was in the storage unit. And the safe, you have to use the handprint or thumbprint or something, probably handprint. and that's why somebody took Lee's hand. His hand is the way in there. As far as the gun, she was thinking that's Lee's sister. She was thinking that the killer was coming back. Mace says we don't need Lucifer and kisses Chloe. Chloe says she's not good, and Maze isn't good either. She says they're using this partnership to fill a void. We need to step back from working together, Chloe says. Lucifer tells Lee that soon you'll disappoint your family again. Chloe goes home with Lee's sister, and then they arrive. When they arrive, Lee's hand is on the table. Rod has his gun pointed at them. He used to run with Lee, but he doesn't have the money, which is fishy. Lee's sister says Lee probably blew it on at a casino. And then Chloe tells Rod she has the money. When she shoots Rod through the bag, a bunch of men enter and open fire on Chloe and Lee's sister. And I can't remember what Lee's sister's name was. What it, Mary or May or something like that. I didn't look back to see what it was. I frankly don't care. Just want to watch the episode and try to get it over with so I can move on to the next thing that I need to watch. And then Lee asks Lucifer, "Are you sure this is my hell?" And Lucifer says, "I'm the king of hell. This is my duty." And this is kind of like hell for Lucifer, though, too. And then Lucifer gets news about the detective while the shootout is going on. Chloe hears some whistling. "Hello, bad guys." Lucifer arrives, or somebody that looks like Lucifer, to save the day. Lucifer tells Chloe he thought someone could use a hand, but it looks like someone beat me to it as he looks down at Lee's hand. Chloe kisses Lucifer, or who we think is Lucifer, and Chloe asks Lucifer if everything's okay. "You seem different." Chloe says for him it's been thousands of years, and only thing that kept me going was thinking of you. Linda and Amenadiel are entertaining Charlie. Ella is sleeping with Dirty Doug now, so that was kind of something we thought was going to happen, and it did. Dan looks at some fingerprints, or was looking at a picture of Charlotte. Maze tears apart the piano at the penthouse, and then Lucifer tells Lee that Chloe is quite able to take care of herself. She's doing just fine without me, as we see Chloe hug Lucifer. And that's what ends the episode. So I feel like this episode was a little bit of a letdown, probably because there was no Eve, but I don't know, it just kind of like, I don't know, I'm not really sure why, but it just didn't seem as good as what we were getting in season 4. I'll still score it a 7.8 out of 10. My characters of the episode, well, first I put no Eve. Boo! I'm going to give the characters of the episode to Chloe Decker and Amenadiel. And again, a 7.8 out of 10. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Lucifer and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your preferred social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Lucifer. What would you score the episode, and whom, if you had to choose, would be your character of the episode? And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel. You are watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return. And remember, you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.